Okay, let's have a look at the answers to these puzzles. First, let's tackle the easy one. Black to play and mate in 1. Let's have a look at the white king. Here are the squares we need to check. We don't need to check squares with white pieces on, but we do need to check squares with black pieces on, because the white king might be able to capture them. The black bishop covers g6, the g7 pawn defends the h6 pawn, the queen and pawn both attack g5, leaving h4 as the only safe square. Remember that a good way to give checkmate is to use a defended queen. If the queen moves to g5, it will be defended by the pawn. But before you touch the queen, you need to make sure the square is safe. Well, none of the white pieces can capture on g5. Medium puzzle. White to play and mate in 2. These are the squares we need to check. The rook covers g6. The knight covers h4. The knight and queen both cover g5, leaving g4 as the only safe square. We could give checkmate with the queen on g5, except for the black pawn on h6. Can we get rid of the pawn? We should think about this move. The queen would be defending the rook. So black has 2 choices to get out of check. Move the king to the escape square, or take the rook. If black takes the rook, then we already know the checkmate move. So let's go back and see what happens if black moves the king to the escape square. Let's check for new escape squares. Here are the squares we need to check. And they're all covered, so the same move works. Hard puzzle now. Black to play and mate in 3. And we need to find a way to get these pawns out of the way. So in this sort of position, we should be looking to use our pieces to blast through. Of course, you can't colour in squares or draw arrows on the board. You have to figure out what will happen in your head. White can't take the black queen or move the king, so white has to block check with the queen. Don't forget, if you block check with a piece, that piece is pinned. So this knight move will be checkmate.